So trust me, I know exactly how expensive photography equipment can be, especially if you start digging into lenses and accessories and microphones and it can be so much. But in this video, I want to give all the tips that I know for you to record a video completely on your phone, because everyone has a phone. Every phone has a camera now, unless it's like a Nokia and you're trying to be I don't know, very minimal. And I just want to go over everything I know to make the quality be as best as it can be. So let's get right into it. So to start off, you have to prepare your phone both inside and out. And by outside, I just mean grab a cloth or grab your t-shirt, wipe down those lenses, because since it's our phone, it can get kind of grimy and nasty. So you don't want any smudginess obstructing a clear image from getting into your camera sensor. So make sure you also wipe down the front if you plan on using that as well. Then what you do is open up your camera so that you can customize the settings, and honestly just keep an eye on these two things. You want to switch it from HD to Ultra HD, aka 4K, and then you want to make sure that the frames per second is 24 if you're not going to do slow motion. If I click more, I can put Pro Video, where I can change, like I said, the resolution and the frame rate, but also I can change the shutter speed, I can change the autofocus, the ISO, navigate your phone and see what your options are. But again, that's just the inside because we already prepared the outside. So after that, let's move on to the next point. So now that your phone is ready to go, I want to fire off a few reasons why, again, you should totally feel comfortable using your phone only to record a full-on YouTube video in general, or even a photo. Because number one, there was a full-on movie recorded on iPhone only a few years back that even won an award. So phones are completely capable, and number two, they can be very flexible and portable because they're a phone. They fit in our pocket. Even this gigantic Samsung Note, 20? It totally fits in my pocket still, right? You can totally be even discreet and flexible about where you record. Now compare that to spending thousands of dollars and trying to take photos and video with this. I've been asked for like a permit, and like they've told me to stop recording or taking photos just because this is a very intimidating and like obvious setup, especially with like a cage and this big lens and all of that. But if I show up and I just have this in my hand, it's like no one's really gonna ever tell you anything. And if you're just starting and you wanna start practicing photography or video or making YouTube videos, use your phone. Even better that you don't have that much experience, because you'll have the tools ready to go. And in the future, you can look into investing into a camera and a little microphone and stuff like that. But this is gonna take you 90% of the way. So again, that extra 10%, just invest in that after you've practiced and sort of mastered composition and all these little things, and you've become comfortable in front of the camera as well. Now, I've totally established that a phone is totally capable quality-wise, but you always need accessories if you want to make your life easier, just like with any other camera. So number one is, of course, a tripod. It's so simple. You want a tripod so that you don't have to balance your camera or aka your phone on top of like some books, or just like, go through the whole struggle of that. Now, that's accessory number one, but what goes with it is this one. This is like a phone mount, and it has threads here and down here, and it also sort of does this, so you can do portrait mode and then have it horizontal as well. So the reason you need this is, of course, to mount with a Gorilla tripod head. I've bought a few of them, and then I put the little mount to this piece so that I can easily click it in and then click it out, just so that I'm a little bit faster. And after that, the step up would be this $120, I believe, gimbal for phones. It's very powerful. It's by DJI, of course. And pretty much this right here, I just stretch it, I put it on the phone, and it magnetically snaps on. And that way you have super silky smooth video. So pair that with the stabilization on your camera phone, it's gonna be buttery smooth. So just like a pro camera, even better sometimes, just because of the smoothness, as long as there's no warpiness. And on top of that, if you really wanna go the extra mile, you can try and get like this, like an extra light just to light your source. So I'm actually thinking of doing a giveaway for one of these. And this is an RGB one as well. So you can change to red, purple, blue, pretty much any color, or also this normal daylight color. And other than that, what else would you need? That's pretty much it. So you have tripod, phone mount, oh, microphone. That's the only thing that I don't have that would be very helpful, because you want to have a clear sound coming into your camera. But again, your phone sort of has already some good microphones just because it's a phone. All you need to make sure is that you are not in a room where there's a ton of echo. So sort of a smaller room that has a ton of stuff so that the voice doesn't bounce off of everything. And then number two is, let me just take it out quickly. What you can do is when you're holding your phone, you can sort of grab it so that you can cup the end of the phone where the microphone is, so that your voice sort of projects into the microphone and not kind of just spills everywhere and it's, you know, scattered around. So that's pretty much it. Those accessories are really gonna level up your game and pretty much almost match, again, what a more expensive camera would give you. Actually, very quickly before I start recording with my phone, I want to show you that when you go to video, you can actually press the flash, and when you start recording, you have an extra little light source that can help light you up. Now, the reason I bring this up is because for phones, you always want to have the best light quality available, just because the phone needs all that information to not give you all this grain and nasty artifacts on your image or your video. So the light source is mainly coming from that wall. I know there's some down here. And then I have the flash on the actual phone as well. Maybe I can even point another light, but again, you really want to flood the scene just to avoid all that nasty noise, because the sensors on the phones, they're very small. They can't really handle low light environments. Always point the sun, the lights, anything towards the subject. All right, what camera am I looking at? It's because the phones have, you know, 2 or 3 cameras now. And weirdly enough, this one doesn't allow me to film video in the widest one. Super weird. I don't know if it's my fault, if I'm doing something wrong, but yeah, it would be cool if you have, you know, 2 cameras, mix it up. If you have a wider angle lens, use that for some scenes and then mix it up and use the more portrait, you know, narrowed in camera for others. But again, it looks funny just because it's like a big tripod and a phone, but it weighs nothing. So I can just, you know, move it around and just take it anywhere. And yeah, this is just a test. Let me know how it looks, what you guys think. Again, this is Ultra HD, so 4K, 24 frames per second. Everything before this was a Sony mirrorless camera, the A7C. But remember, light always towards you, lighting the subject. And how does it sound? I think it should sound fine, because this room has carpet. It's not that big. There's a ton of stuff. I should probably get rid of some of it. And it would still be good though if I had one of those phone microphones that plugged in USB-C like to the bottom, and it was either like a little shotgun. That would be perfect. But yeah, guys, just remember that if you follow the tips that I mentioned in this video, your phone can handle a ton of stuff that you throw at it, both photography and filming. And it's a great tool to just practice and get better. Because again, if you can get 80-90% of the way there with something that's in your pocket, that's insane. Like in 2014 or, you know, 10 years ago, the gap between a pro camera and a phone camera was like night and day. It was ginormous, the gap. So start practicing with what you have on you at all times. But if you have any questions, feel free to reach out. But with that, thanks for watching this video. Drop a like down below. It would really help me out. And I'll see you guys in that next video.